Warning, mature content ahead. You are now entering the Atomic Nerd Alert.
Hey guys, it's Jordan over at Jelani Productions, and we are back with a new Atomic Nerd Alert. I am joined with two special guests today. The ever-elusive Christina and the ever-weirdo Holly.
Hi.
Oh my god, they're both in the same room with me.
Right?
Alright, so all my awesome nerds and dorkosaurs out there, we got a brand new one coming your way, and it is about Wynonna. Not Judd. Wynonna Earp.
That's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
She's hot.
She is hot. Melanie, you are hot. You got it going on. You got the approval of a lesbian and a person of weirdness.
I'm a Tim fan.
Tim, you got another fan. You got another Tim. All right. So we are going to be going into really hard, deep spoilers. I know Chris has not finished all of it, but she's going to endure the spoilers of the ending. We are talking about all of season 1 and such, but there needs to be a little backdrop with the awesomeness that is Wynonna Earp. So it was originally created in 1996 by Bo Smith, and it was for Image Comics, but it was moved over to IDW Publishing in the early 2000s and just recently got popular again after the show, which Emily Andreas, I believe, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, is the showrunner for. She used to be the showrunner for Lost Girl, and then after Lost Girl ended, moved her happy ass over to Wynonna Earp. And lady, I give you mad props. You are doing some amazing things with this show. Christy, what are your thoughts so far?
I liked it so far. I love her,
her sassiness?
Yes, thank you, her sassiness. And the pure fact that she is running away from her demons, quite literally.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally. And she's drawn back home. And I love her personality, the sarcastic, but then with certain moments, she's like, what the fuck?
Or the whole, I don't take shit from no one.
Holly, what was your takeaway from it so far?
Donuts.
So far, it feels like, and I know Tim and Michael had discussed this in a panel before, it feels like a Western, but it's not a Western, which is very weird because it's dealing with the Earp family and Doc Holliday, and that's Western, but this is not. So it kind of has that aspect, but it's got that supernatural feel to it as well.
See, for those of you that are just joining in that have not seen Wynonna Earp, again, there's going to be heavy spoilers midpoint through. We're going to be talking about more spoilers. But so far, what we know is Wynonna is the great-great-granddaughter of Wyatt Earp. So this would make this a historical fiction because Wyatt Earp was actually a living, breathing person. Same with Doc Holliday and everybody that they put down. Those were all real people. So it's really interesting to see like a supernatural twist on it. If you don't know what Wynonna Earp is, get out of this, go over to Syfy, log in, do yourself a favor, watch it, watch some panels from YouTube on there from San Diego Comic-Con. This cast knows what they're doing. They are incredibly passionate about that, and you see that on screen so much. Yeah. You see so much passion on there. Like Melanie Scarfano. Oh my God, that lady has some range. Like she can go from like quirky to like completely serious in like 10 seconds flat. It's insane and uncanny how good she is.
I think they casted pretty well for her to play Wynonna Earp. Because if they would have casted somebody else, I don't think it would be the same.
See, and she kind of reminds me, like Wynonna, her character, reminds me of Chris back in high school. Like, it can go from, like, point A to point B and, like, the crazy chick with a gun sort of thing, you know? That's, like, so Christy.
Yeah, there was a scene where Wynonna's in this club and she's trying to say, I'm with the Department of blah, 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 blah. Then she just gets tongue-tied and starts screaming, crazy chick with a gun.
I love that. That's something that...
It's called, when you get frustrated, you just go for the simplest thing.
Exactly, and that's what I really love about these writers is because they are so witty at every moment's notice, completely witty. Like, What was my favorite? My favorite was with Dominique. Dominique's line as Waverly with the when Wynonna is trying to get information out of Champ and has like a knife to his face and like season 1 episode 1 obviously season 1. And she was like, no one's going to save you, and boom, here comes Waverly. She's like, except his girlfriend, you skank. How about you slip into something more comfortable like a coma? That was amazing. I freaking love that line. Oh my god, she has some of the best lines. I do have to say that Dominique has some of the best lines, like the spoiler here when she is with Way Hot, which is a huge thing around the LGBT community, which we will talk about in a little bit. But when she was talking with Nicole Hot, Officer Nicole Hot, she's like, oh, I'd better do, something with a unicorn. She's like, oh, you're a lesbian, not a unicorn. So that is also something that I absolutely love, is some of these writing. The writing is just completely back and forward, just witty response. And you're like, yes. The way they deliver it, too, is just like, yes. Christy, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she takes the words right out of your mouth sometimes.
Like there were so many guesses. I was ready to go, you okay there? Like having a, Wynonna.
I love that's Waverly. Come on, it's the writing, Waverly.
It's the writing, exactly. You're just like, yes.
Yes, Queen.
It's like,
yes. I mean, the 100, Doctor Who and the 100 are like 1 and 2 that are my absolute favorite shows of all time. And I barely have any favorite shows, especially in this profession as a aspiring TV personality, like a filmmaker and such. So it's very interesting seeing some shows, because I don't want to generally give way too much love to one show or way too much, but it just happens that you just click with the show. And Wynonna Earp is one of those that would be in my top 5. I don't have the other 2 yet in my top 5, but Wynonna Earp is in my top 5. Or my top 3.
I'd have to agree with that with as far as favorite TV shows go. I mean, I was big into Angel back in the day.
Angel!
Then it was like all Supernatural. And now it's like turning into Wynonna Earp before Supernatural.
Wow.
So it's, yeah.
I like the direction Wynonna Earp is going in. I do, because like you were saying earlier, Ollie, like it's going for that cowboy mixed look. I liked it just because it's keeping to the tradition of Wyatt Earp, the whole Western era, but it's in modern day. So,
what's in Canada?
It's in what?
Canada?
Oh, I was like, what? So it's interesting because I'm not gonna lie, part of me was trying to follow Wyatt Earp's story.
Yeah.
And it almost seems like they're trying to make it parallel in a way, but
it
only with modern
parallel.
day.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be even funnier if Wynonna hits up with a nice little entertainer. That'd be funny.
Well, she kind of is. I mean, there's the aspect with dolls versus the aspect with porn stash. Well, he's not really porn stash.
No, you're thinking of the wrong TV show.
It's like some people say he has the stash of porn. It's the stash of dreams. People want to ride that stash. They want to suckle that stash. That stash is just...
I'm good.
I will say when Tim grew out the beard, mustache, mostly the mustache.
Yes.
And then you take a picture of him with that, and then you take a picture of Doc Holliday, like the real Doc Holliday. It's almost scary how much they kind of look alike.
See, and Tim has a special place in my heart, because I remember watching him as a kid growing up on Instant Star, and then all of a sudden I see him over at Lost Girl, and I'm like, whoa, from like this hot-ass bad boy singer to like this psycho mama's boy, and then you see his range growing even more so with Wynonna Earp, where he is Doc Holliday, where he's like this smooth silver-tongued gunslinger that's just like, ooh, okay. Even though I'm gay, I'm just like, hey, you do got some game. That's a pretty nice stash, bro. That's a nice stash, bro.
That's like some of the things that he says in the show as his character. It's like, if I was somebody back in the day with him, hell yeah, I'd be in bed.
Holly would be with the player.
Holly would be with the Doc Holliday.
Player.
Yes.
Playa's gonna play. Tim, you have the best stash in Hollywood. You do.
Yes.
Chris is like, I don't know what to say here.
Like, I think Jordan just secretly wants your mustache.
I don't know. I couldn't rock a stash. Maybe I could.
I don't even want to.
I don't even want to know.
Think about that either. I think I would look too much like my dad. Yeah. But seriously, going back to the point. Okay. How would you describe Wynonna Earp? Because the way I kind of see it is, if you take Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like just blast it in the face, Lost Girl in the face with that, and then just like dump a shitstorm of Supernatural on that. Because I mean, they both have daddy issues, but one is very much better, and not the same thing over and over. Sorry, Supernatural, but still,
My thing with Wynonna, it's kind of like with the Supernatural, like Sam and Dean.
Yeah.
All their characters experienced a traumatic thing in their younger years. And they grew up. Sam was trying to get away from that life. Wynonna trying to get away from that life.
Yeah.
Something, a death or a disappearance happens, and they are drawn back. So, honestly, when it comes to her character and everything,
Fandom goes, you can kind of associate her with Sam Winchester and that fact where he's trying to escape everything. She's trying to escape everything. But
they both
sort
have
of
a
like
duty to
different
their family
situations
and to
kind of similar.
kill the demons.
Kill all the demons.
Oh,
Or the revenants, as they're known in the show.
Yes, revenants.
Yes.
And it's funnier because you can see that she's fighting with her own demons within herself, which is a main issue. I've only seen a couple of episodes so far. I haven't seen the whole series, so it kind of seems like she's trying to almost make up for what happened when the revenants came to their home and they took her sister Willow and how she shot her dad, right?
Yeah, she killed her dad.
Yeah, she killed her dad.
It
that would fuck me up too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And then all of a sudden, like, you're told you're the heir to the peacemaker gun.
You have to hold the gun that
that
killed
you
your
killed
father.
your dad with. I mean, I would be a little fucked up too.
a lot of bad memories with that, but she ends up overcoming those bad memories.
Yeah.
And it makes her a stronger person.
Her sister Waverly, I think it's interesting how she was there when that whole event happened, and she's all into it. Whereas Wynonna is trying to run away from the family history and everything. There's Waverly, like, I have this flow chart.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes, I love that.
And how she's like, I am totally on board with this fucking team. Let's go kick some ass. And then Wynonna is like, hold on.
Yeah, and she should have been there.
The whole, no, sister, you're not going to do this. You leave it all up to me.
I get that as well too, because I mean, as an older sibling, even though she's like the middle child as well, so she has that middle child syndrome, where they're like, oh, I'm the outcast because there's the baby, and the baby gets all the attention, and then there's the eldest that gets all the attention as well too, and more responsibility, and then there's a middle child that tends to get forgotten. I can kind of see where she's like a little messed up from that, and then shooting her dad, and then going through the mental institutions as well, because of what her dad was telling her, that these revenants are real, this is happening, but then everybody else around her is saying, it's all in your head, bitch, it's all in your freaking head. I can see how that she freaks out about that, especially when Deputy Director Dawes, I believe that's his name, Deputy Director Dawes, Agent Dawes, comes in, which he's
from Black Badge.
Shamir Anderson. Yes. I love that dude. He is awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, when they pulled out, in episode 2, when they pulled out the guns, and he's just shooting it like, yeah, and then she shoots and goes, oh,
I'll send these guys back to hell.
And just her whole, I never shot a gun like this before. I love it. Her reaction.
I would react the same way.
You would. You did when you were like throwing axes the first time with your brother.
Oh yeah, I like to throw axes. Great stress reliever, and it's at wood. It's great stress reliever. I recommend it for people. Always be safe. Remember, just be careful with
It's on the wrist. It's on the wrist.
And in your stance too. It's all in like how you stance, and then like your
knives
stance
are in the
and then
wrist.
throw.
Knives are in the wrist. So.
I don't know. It's all in the way of the axe too. Okay.
Anyway, yes.
Well, it kind of brings up a point, because
Dawes was teaching. No, not Dawes. Doc Holliday was teaching a revenant how to throw knives.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like, It's in the elbow. No, it's not in the. It was in the shoulder. No, it's not in the shoulder. It's in the elbow. No, it's not in the elbow. And then he ends up killing him, and he's like, it's in the wrist. Learn that. And I'm like, yay, Doc. Yes.
Doc got captured and held prisoner in like one of the crosses.
Yeah, he was like on one of the cross things and everything.
He was crucified?
Not quite.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
It looks like an X.
Oh,
those type of crosses.
Yeah, those things.
The X, I don't know.
The X, they're considered crosses.
Yeah, they're also considered crosses, which is really weird.
The X.
But that's when he's like, okay, you can let me go. And the guy is like, no, you're going to teach me how to throw knives.
Yeah.
So he taught him how to throw knives.
I know, you're probably not that far ahead yet. Yeah, you're not that far ahead.
This is interesting to hear, because as soon as you said he was on Crocs, I was going to go, was he into, like, BDSM?
It kind of looked like an S&M cross thing. I mean,
kind of.
I think if Wynonna was there, she might have had a little too much fun with that, especially since
Especially since they
knocked boots a couple of times. I think it was once time. Or was it twice? No, I think it was twice.
Almost the second time.
Almost the second time.
That'd be a little awkward doing someone that was close friends with your granddaddy.
Great-great-granddaddy. Yeah.
At the time,
I love it. Waverly's like, isn't he a little old for you? And she's like, no.
At the time,
he's experienced. That's what she can
experience.
It's like at the time that happened, they were in the woods. They didn't care. It was the heat of the moment.
Always in the woods.
It always is. It's a magical place where all the fairies come alive and they actually come alive. You know.
The demons. Remember in
the demons?
episode,
Yes. All the
poor
revenants.
girl was killed by a revenant in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh,
That poor girl. All she wanted to do was pee. She just wanted to take a pee. Come on, people. You don't have to kill a chick with her pants down. That's wrong. That's a bad shot there. That is a cheap-ass shot. Revenant's bad. But seriously, that was hilarious.
It's perfect. Catch them when they're off guard.
Exactly. So I applaud the writers for that, because that was an it's supposed to show like so much tension and everything, but that one initial scene with the pilot episode was so campy when all of a sudden there's her birthday and it's like do from Waverly, like the ringtone, and then boom, her eyes just change color. They're like the same color that Dolls turns into actually. When he's like shooting up with that black stuff.
Kind of like that yellowy color, but then they go back to normal.
Yeah, she like had that switch over and she's like, woo, head rush. And then all of a sudden she's like doing this, like, you can tell it's like a weird wire sort of just flipping around and everything, and then stabbing a guy with like a stick in his eye. That was like so campy, but so awesome at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the first episode of the series could have been stronger.
It could have been stronger.
I wasn't too impressed, and I'm just like, okay, same with any series, you gotta at least watch the first couple of episodes. Not judge everything off the first
And I think it was also really rushed as well, too, with the season, because I would have liked to see more with the blacksmith. What was she about? Instead of, like, introducing her for 2 episodes and then killing her off immediately afterwards. Or going into, like, Wynonna is tracking down the 7 people. Like, make that the first season, you know? And then afterwards, then bring in the witch, like Doc Holliday with the witch and everything, with burying her in the end. And the salt. Yeah, and, like, the salt mine. I think it's Utah at that point.
I think they were filming in Utah.
I think they were filming in Utah.
There's like a whole salt plane.
Yeah, it was a plane of just nothing but salt, just burying her to her neck, and she rendered useless from her powers. Yeah. I mean, that would have been more satisfying season ending for like a season 2, and then season 3 maybe kill off Bobo. Okay. So we don't know what's going to happen with that, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But what I'm wondering is, what the hell is up with Dolls? What is up with Dolls?
Why is he shooting up?
Yeah, what is he shooting up? Is it like a revenant juice or something? Or what is it? I hope they explain that in season 2.
Well, remember how they said that her grandfather helped with the division?
Yeah.
And I think it could have been kind of like with Iron Man's dad. I know, bad reference because technology, but think about it that way. Like, maybe he was with the division trying to figure out a way for others to help fight the revenants the way the Earps could.
So maybe that black stuff was actually like blackened Wyatt Earp's blood, maybe synthesized?
No, maybe like it could be revenant blood. That makes more sense.
Could be revenant blood.
Yeah, it could be, because
revenants don't bleed though.
No, they don't.
Maybe they have one captive and they're just sticking a needle in him and doing a blood transfusion and they're doing blood something.
That very well could
Yeah,
be.
they did capture the one revenant, and that's the one good thing is because, well, they can't take the revenant out of purgatory, so maybe it's like in a warehouse off, because I think purgatory is actually a county, and that count because you see the giant city when they're digging up the time capsule with the three when they kill off Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
And Shorty ends up sacrificing himself. So maybe it's like the county of purgatory, not just purgatory itself, and the revenants can travel throughout there because that's the giant city.
I'm thinking it probably is a county.
And maybe that's where Black Badge is at, like Dawes' superior officers and such, and they have like revenants underneath there so they don't like burn to a crisp and liquefy in the goo while they're still alive. You know, so maybe that is the revenant blood. I don't know.
Maybe. It's an interesting thing to think about. Either that or they're just shooting up with some type of like hero juice or something.
Yeah, he had like cat eyes and such, so it was really weird.
That would make more sense if they were doing revenant blood.
It was
testing with it, so that way.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Superhuman.
But they didn't know what was going on in purgatory, though, because the Dawes had to bomb this one area that something similar was happening to, and he was the one that.
I can't remember if they said Kuwait
or
if it was something
else.
They leveled it.
Black Division knew what was going on because
Black Division
knows what's going on, but it's off the record because it's so top secret. Yeah, and they don't know about Wynonna, and it was either give up Wynonna. It was either give up Wynonna or give up Doc Holliday with what was happening because of the revenants and such. And Dawes ended up having a conscience and saying, okay, he's not a bad guy. Doc is not a bad guy. Yep. So he ends up taking a revenant instead. So what I am wondering is still, what the fuck is going on with that? Come on, people. I need to know more of that, please.
Yeah, we need
Give
to
me
know
some more
substance
exactly on that for season 2 or something.
We really need to know what
is Black Badge the Men in Black? I mean, he kind of perceived himself as this is like the Men in Black sort of work because we do everything that goes bump in the night and all that sort of thing. And I don't know. What do you think?
I think it is possible. It could be the Men in Black persona or idea. It could be, but it also could be. It makes you wonder, like the foundation of the division and the Black Badge and everything. So it could just be what he said. The Men in Black scenario.
It just makes you wonder.
It does.
And the fact that he's so casual about it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I wouldn't be casual about that.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't
Agent
either.
Dawes, Black Badge Division.
Yeah, he's like all devoid of emotion as well too. It kind of reminds me of, oh god, what was it? Dragon Age with the Knights, the Templars that are in there that are like shooting up with like some sort of mineral that gives them powers to stop mages. And that's kind of what it kind of reminds me of.
At first I thought you were going to go there about tranquil mages.
Well, not just tranquil mages with that, but like the way that they present themselves where they're like all devoid of complete no emotion at all. They're devoid of emotion.
They're like the witches.
They're like the Witcher. Exactly. That's a good because the Witchers have to shoot up with something sometimes or drink some potions and such.
They drink potions to help heal or to help them see in the dark or see invisible beings.
Exactly, and that could be the same thing as shooting up with goo.
Could be, yeah. That makes sense.
They could be Witchers. You never know.
Witchers. I like that.
That would be really weird.
And when you said cat eye, I'm like, the Witchers do that.
Yeah, exactly. It could be that they're playing off because The Witcher is a lore first and foremost, and then it became a book like Alex Sapkowski ended up writing a lot more about it, and people have been loving it. And then it turned into a video game, and then a movie. And I mean, they could be like Witchers. They could be the lore of the Witchers. It really could happen.
That's a really good theory.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Now,
donuts.
Everybody's donuts. Yes, the powder on. Why nose? The whole you got powdered sugar on your nose. the dolls. She's like, they want them to quake and fear me.
And she's holding the donut and goes,
oh, yeah.
rubs her nose.
I think it was better when her sister joined the team, and then she's like, welcome to the team where you listen to what he says and you get donuts.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's
now, speaking of her sister, Waverly. Oh, we cannot talk about Waverly Earp without her counterpart. The amazing. Hot. Sexy. Hot. Catherine Barrel, also known as Nicole Hot. Yes, way hot is way hot. So hot.
It's cute.
It is. It's so cute.
They're awkwardly cute because 1 minute Waverly will say something and Nicole's like, what?
What's going on?
Yeah, she'll be like, what's going on?
What happened to just being friends?
Yeah. No, I thought it was great when I first saw Nicole make her entrance when Waverly was at the bar at Shorty's.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm like, oh, they're gonna bone.
Well,
like,
I thought it was really cool because the actress did so well making it such a confident character.
Catherine, yes.
And how she just goes in and goes, hey, you want to get a coffee or get dinner?
Coffee to go?
Yeah. It was like get dinner sometime or whatever, straight off the bat.
Yeah,
And
she didn't
Waverly's
play around
mom,
like the please be gay, like as most of us lesbians do.
And Waverly was just so nonchalant, going, "Oh, I can't, blah blah."
I got a boyfriend.
No, it was like
a man, child, a man.
The person being nice.
Yeah.
The first thing was Nicole went in and was starting to ask a couple questions, and then goes, "Can I get a coffee to go?" And Waverly's like, "We're actually not open yet." And then
she asked her out to dinner.
Spilled something on her shirt.
No, the taps were like broken. It was like drenched her shirt and everything. And then there was like this huge sexual tension.
And she's like trying to take the shirt off. And
she gets like, yeah, this would be really awkward if you were a guy. And I'm just going, oh, Waverly.
And then she was just like pausing, if you were a guy. And I'm just like, oh, so cute.
See, Waverly is a straight character who's realizing that she does have feelings for the other sex, the same sex.
Yeah, I think she's a bisexual character that just didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that just yet because she never really allowed herself to, because that was unheard of in Purgatory because it's a small town.
Yeah.
And that's really unheard of in small towns.
But I will say I loved Champ's dad. Whatever they do behind closed doors is their business. I love that.
I don't think he's Champ's dad.
No, he was.
Okay, who names a kid Champ? I'm just wondering.
Right?
That's what I want.
Because he's just a washed-up rodeo clown, is what he is.
A washed-up rodeo clown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is how I see it. Waverly Earp, great granddaughter of Wyatt Earp, eating a rodeo clown.
Or is she? But anyway, with the amazingness that is Way Hot. Sorry, not Why Hot. Why Hot would be awesome
and that
too.
would be totally
that would be
topic.
that would be like Waverly and Wynonna going slut, just like slapping each other or something. I don't know. But what I really found awesome is because this happened, this whole entire relationship was airing as the atrocities of what was happening with the bury your gays tropes was coming to light, even more so with like Lexa getting killed off in The 100, or I forget what her name is. The doctor in The Walking Dead, she ended up getting killed as well too. And
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
her name.
Yeah, I forget what her name is. I'm sorry, she wasn't that impactful, but it's just sucks because all of our LGBT characters keep getting killed off, but this show crafts everything because, Emily had Lost Girl, and Lost Girl played with like all sexualities, everything.
Yeah,
it's
Lost
all
Girl
beautiful.
was...
And she transferred that over to Wynonna Earp. But in that middle of everybody dying and everybody doing that, it just seemed like a giant fuck you to everybody that uses the tropes, even though I know they weren't intentionally doing that. And that's something I absolutely love about Catherine Barrel. Because when she found out about all these tropes, she was saying, I believe it was at San Diego Comic-Con, that there was people tweeting at her saying, "Oh, you better wear a bulletproof vest. You better wear a bulletproof vest." And she was freaking out, going, "How do they know?" Because that actually happened, where she ends up getting shot, but she has a bulletproof vest on. What she didn't really understand was that there was a trope of barrier gaze, where if you're gay, you're going to get killed, especially if you're a lesbian. And I think that she's very impactful with our society now, because she is one of those actors that went off and did her own research about what's going on with our community, and realizing the atrocities that are happening with this trope, and trying to get rid of it. And she's one of those voices that can actually produce and spike change in Hollywood of how people are saying that. And I applaud her so much. Catherine, you are amazing. You are completely amazing. Christy.
No, I was going to say, but like in certain series and everything, it's not necessarily a trope thing. It's because the character's personality, like where they are in the environment situation, like with the doctor in The Walking Dead. She was reminiscing on her brother and was developing more confidence in herself to go out there. And she was giving Daryl and a few others a great good lecture, and then she got shot from an opposing party that was trying to steal their shit. So it's not necessarily like, oh, we're killing off a gay person. It's the situation and the character's mindset. Like, how do I put this? So say in the doctor situation, she was afraid to really go out there with the walkers and everything. And then she was pushing herself to do that. So yeah, you could say like, oh, she got herself killed.
But so was Eugene.
Yeah.
He was scared of everything, but Eugene didn't get killed off. It's typically what people are not realizing is that for every 100 straight characters, there is one LGBT character.
That also get killed as
well.
I
know. For every 100 straight characters, there's maybe like 1 or 2 gay characters, and one of those gay characters get killed off, versus maybe like 10 of 100 of the straight characters get killed off. And
so that's also where I'm going. It depends on the situation and environment of the story.
That's from a storyteller's point of view, though. It's completely from a storyteller, and it's the storyteller's right.
TV shows are, they're a story.
Yeah, I know, and that's the double-edged sword of everything. But it is a very hurtful trope that we do not need to turn on the TV and be realized, especially with what happened in Orlando and everything. And this is our real life.
I know.
This is our real life. We do not need to go from going to out in the world on the news, seeing our people just get gunned down because we love who we love, and then going over and watching like a show,
people from religious activities,
and going over to a show and see that exactly people of color get gunned down all the time too. It is an atrocity that happens within our communities, that it's always LGBT characters and always people of color that keep getting killed. And that's what you're not really realizing, is because we do not need to go in for a show that we absolutely love and then see that happening in real life when we just can't escape it.
You want it to be happy-go-lucky.
It's very different in this community when you are realizing and constantly thrown in your face that you're pretty much shit, is what people are saying. And I know that's not what the storytellers are wanting it to be.
The self-confidence of the viewers. You're looking at the confidence of the viewers and stuff because they're looking at the show to be a positive change.
Yeah, they're wanting positive. There's very little positive representation of LGBT characters, and that's just trying to start to build, because now people have to fight for our views, for our eyeballs, and we can go to another show, yes, but once you have that nugget of humanity, and someone kills that nugget of humanity or half of your favorite ship or something, people are going to retaliate. And that's something that Wynonna Earp does really, really well, is that they didn't do that. They didn't kill off Nicole when they could have, which would be really easy to do with like
but it makes sense why they didn't.
Willa
because
killing her.
They even said like there was a code, and Nicole even said, yeah, we always have to wear bulletproof vests during this code, or like whenever this happens.
Yeah, and that's something that other characters do not get. That is, like, it happened in Buffy, it happened in The 100, It happens all the time. And that's something that a lot of people don't really understand, is that it is a very hurtful trope. They kill more lesbians, especially if it's a woman. They kill lesbians over any straight person. If it's a cis male white man, he tends to survive more than the lesbian or the person of color. It always happens. And that's something that I applaud the writers and the showrunner to not do with this, and that they're not doing that. They're telling this amazing story about Wynonna Earp, and they're fusing in our cultural diversity.
They're fusing in a lot of diversity.
Exactly. They have so many diverse characters that it's pretty much not even funny, and they are choosing to not do those hurtful tropes. And it's causing us in the LGBT community to want to gravitate more towards, because we can relate more to those characters. We really can. Like
I said before, it's for the confidence of the viewers and having that positive hope and change.
Exactly. That change needs to happen. Having positive reinforcement in the LGBT community needs to happen.
Steps. That's all I say is baby steps.
They've been having baby steps
also,
for too long.
I don't think most of the time when people are writing these scripts, like most of the time, they're not looking at the political side of the shows sometimes.
But they should.
Certain show writers and runners, they do, but not everybody agrees on looking at the political views.
And I think that's what Emily does really well on as a showrunner, is that she does look at these tropes. She does look at what is going on. And she also tells a story the way she wants the story to be told. She tells it perfectly, and she has it aligned really well with the comic as well, too. I mean, it is really...
so far from what I heard, it's almost pretty damn close to
if not exact, yeah. Which is awesome. And it's something that other things divulge from so easily.
Because a lot of TV shows and movies that are based off of comics, you see that they're not following the comic that much anymore.
Yeah. Or like if you look at Game of Thrones, it's over top of the books. Like the books are still being written right now, and they're progressing further from that, and they have more creative freedom at that point, because it's no longer part of the books.
One thing that they brought into, and you hadn't seen the episode yet, the Jack the Ripper copycat.
Yes.
I want to see it now.
That one freaked me out a little bit.
I want to see all the blood.
It's really weird because two people get taken, which is Wynonna and Bethany, which is the demon's prostitute.
Yeah.
But
Bubble de Ray.
Also, Nicole almost got taken.
But she's not the one. I think it's because of brunette thing. Because they're both brunettes.
Yes.
And serial killers take what they like. Okay, they have like a specific thing, and Nicole is a redhead. So because she's a redhead,
Wynonna and Bethany,
he didn't want no demon devil that has no soul. He wanted to save the ones with the souls.
Safe.
Yes, you're safe.
No, but the original Jack the Ripper did go after someone who's a redhead, so that's why I'm like, yeah, that doesn't matter.
But
they just want the Valhalla. They need the Valhalla.
You see at a certain point, Wynonna opens the curtain and she sees Bethany lying in the bed next to her, like in the hospital bed next to her, and
while she's drugged and can't move her feet. Like she can't feel the lower half of her body at all.
No, she can't.
Yeah, so that's fucking scary.
Yeah. So,
yeah, jackhammering really hard.
Doc might have done that.
I was about to say, Doc might have done pretty
or maybe even dolls at that moment, but
I don't know about dolls.
They haven't slept together at that point.
No, they haven't.
They haven't slept together at all. They just
you see her, and Bethany has a big old smile on her face going, Wynonna, the doctor's going to make us better. And I'm like,
no.
I see that on Bethany's face, and I'm like, bitch, you crazy.
Yeah. I'm like,
no doctor's going to make you better if he kidnaps you.
He's a serial killer. We're not even in there. He's a mortician. He's not really a doctor. He's a mortician. And she's like, what? Oh my God.
She starts freaking out. Wynonna tells Bethany to just run. And Bethany's like, I'm sorry, Wynonna. I can't. And just rolls back over in the bed. Acts like nothing is wrong.
And she has all of her organs scooped out of her while she's still alive and still conscious.
Yeah, her rib cage is completely open. She comes to. You see her heart beating and everything, and her lungs compressing and depressing.
And then they were just like scooping out everything, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's dead. And he's like, no, I
Starts flipping shit.
I know I can fix this one. Well, Wynonna is in the hospital bed, just crawling out of bed, grabbing scalpels or whatever she can to defend herself.
Scalpel.
Like she's just like, she can barely, like she's feeling some sensation in her toes enough that she can just get up and down, but she has to like crawl on the ground and everything, like some sort of zombie or something from The Walking Dead.
If you've
Just
seen,
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Yes, I was about to say Kill Bill moment when she comes to from her coma in the pussy wagon going, wiggle your big toe type of deal.
Yeah.
Sounds dirty.
That's what the truck was called, honey.
I know. But
Yeah.
pussy wagon.
Right.
That's what it was called.
Man, that show. That show.
But yeah, and then she kills the Jack the Ripper copycat, and then all of a sudden he goes into a British accent, and you're like, wait a minute, was that really Jack the Ripper that she killed?
Yeah, was it really Jack the Ripper? Was he like reincarnated into someone that Wyatt put down?
I thought, okay.
But that was like around the same time era, though. Because it was in the 1800s.
For it to be Jack the Ripper because Jack the Ripper died in London. As far as anyone knows, Wyatt Earp did not go to London.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know,
But they were like all in purgatory. So was it like a copycat of Jack the Ripper, or did he come from England and he was actually Jack the Ripper and he started his reaping over here?
Well, is also speculation that Jack the Ripper
was a barber and then a doctor.
Like someone else died.
Yeah.
And then he escaped.
Yeah.
But
because no one knows who he was. They can speculate that he was like a plant from Queen Victoria or something. Yeah.
Queen Victoria was a beach.
Like Queen Victoria's son or something ended up getting a prostitute pregnant, and then he ended up hiring somebody. That's a conspiracy. That they hired a doctor to cut it out of and then they didn't know which prostitute it was, so they were cutting out all these different prostitutes and mutilating it and trying
That's the thing. You don't
create
know
mass
the truth
hysteria
about it.
So we don't know the truth about it. All I know is this episode had like that Jack the Ripper-esque to it, and Nedley was like, this is complete rubbish, a Jack the Ripper thing, like just trying to throw out Nicole's report, and she's like, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I hate that they kept Nicole in the dark so long too. I hate it.
I like that idea though.
No, but when all shit hit the fan, and everything, and she was like, okay, I'm not leaving this office until you tell me what's going on. And then Doc is like, I am Doc Holliday. Yes, the Doc Holliday. And all of these guys are like coming back from the dead and attacking the entire town of Purgatory, and Wynonna's the only one that can take them down because of the Earp curse at 27. You get to whoever's the eldest becomes the heir, and then Dolls is just a dick, and she's like, thank you, that all makes sense now. And she was like, except for the part where you're a dick. Just looking at Dolls. That was awesome. That was just awesome.
It was.
So they don't keep her in the dark for very long. It's just like the episode.
Well, that's
2
good.
episodes
They built
before.
up to it.
Yeah, they built up to it.
Yes.
I wanted to see more with her though, especially more with Way Hot.
Yeah.
The barn scene.
Oh, you mean when they're about to get it on?
And then they had a bed intruder, Willa, because she's climbing in your windows and she's snatching your sisters up. Yeah.
Oh
the bed intruder.
Willa be cray-cray.
Willa is cray-cray.
And Willa's like, oh.
I didn't know that you were gay. Just Wynonna now.
Yeah.
What?
Was like that. And then it's just a clusterfuck because Wynonna doesn't know anything, even though it's
Wynonna is oblivious to the entire thing, where they're like
right in
she
front of her
walks
face.
in She walks into Nedley's office, and they're like mid about to kiss, like just right about to kiss. Nedley's office, and she's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Nothing. We're not doing nothing gay here. Nope, nope, nope. Just
Nothing.
normal stuff. Just yeah, normal stuff."
I'm not gonna lie, I would act the same way. She'd be like, "Hey, what you doing, guys?"
Yeah.
Like,
I think she had a clue, but she didn't really know because she was too busy killing off revenants and
Well, even then,
Well,
in Wynonna's perspective, if her sister is gay, I'm sure she's not going to say anything
And I
or
love
do anything.
I love it when she finally found out. She was like, "Just give her the gun. Just give her the gun. I love her." And I'm just like, "Oh, my heart. Oh, that's so cute." And she's like, "Finally picked the smart one there, sis." That was awesome.
I thought it was funny when it was right after Officer Hot got shot
Mhm.
in the chest, and it's a bulletproof vest, and like Waverly and her making out and stuff, and Wynonna's like, "Okay, then
You do that. All right, time to go.
Yep.
And then she threw a blanket at them and was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Cover yourselves up.
I think you would do that with your brothers too. If your brother started making
I would.
out with his wife in front of you, be like, "Okay, time to go."
Actually, they did, and I just went, "You need a room? There's one right there." And at first, when she was kissing his neck, I'm like, "You don't leave cookies? Ew, are we in high school?"
Or the whole.
So I can see
Yeah.
Wynonna's situation there, where she's like, "Okay, you just do that. You do that. Okay, all right, bye.
Yeah.
Let's go."
I'm just gonna leave you two to it. So just,
Yeah,
just do whatever.
Lubricant, toss it at your head.
Yeah, I'm just. Do you need a privacy curtain or something? Or
You need some donuts afterwards.
Maybe
little
during.
powdered sugar there.
Yeah,
Little powdered sugar
something
where?
out
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, I'm sorry.
not just that, but
Well,
No,
later
but I ship
on-
them hard.
I ship them. Oh, I think everywhere ships them. I mean, when you go on Syfy's webpage and everything to Wynonna Earp, there is a hashtag way hot. And it's like all of the way hot moments and then everything with the actresses. And the actresses, I love it too because Dom and Kat both ship way hot so hard. It's not even funny. They ship
really do.
way hot more than we ship way hot. And I just love that dynamic that they absolutely love way hot as much, if not even more than we do, because they're excited that they get to be positive representation for us LGBT. And it's also a beautiful, cutesy love story where it's just like, oh, it just melts my heart. You're like a puppy. This is like a little puppy here.
Speaking of ships,
Hmm.
there are a lot of people that are shipping Wynonna and Dolls,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people that are shipping Wynonna and Doc.
Yes.
Who do you?
That is the
ship
big
with
thing.
Wynonna?
Okay, so back in like 2009 when it was like Bella with Edward or Jacob, it's like Team Jacob or Team Edward. It's
So
now
either
Team Dolls or Team Doc.
Yes.
But people are saying Team Doc Stash or Team Dolls. Cat Eyes or Stash. Which one? Which one do you ship more? Dolls?
I
or
like
Doc?
both, but I'd probably go with Doc Holliday.
Mm-hmm. Doc.
See, I kind of like more of the dynamic with Dolls there because it's even more cute because it's like a forbidden fruit. Like,
Well,
he's like, he truly loves her. And Doc also really loves her as well, too.
I think the thing is with Dolls, you don't see much response from him in that like field of like really a lot of intimacy with Wynonna.
Except for when they first lock lips in like.
Yeah, he allows himself to feel for the first time instead of being like completely shut down. I'm an agent. I'm doing a job. This is a job. He actually allows himself to feel for the first time. And that's where I'm just like, oh, you're not a player. I love this. Whereas Doc is like, hey, honey, how you doing? I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck you. Oh, and hey, Wynonna, how's it going? I'm in love with you, but I just fucked all these whores. You want to fuck? That's what I see with him. But with Dolls, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. He just.
You also have to realize, like, he's playing a character like in the Western days, like fucking whores.
Yeah, and everybody thought that he had the clap,
like,
and that's what killed him and everything. When it was actually tuberculosis that he got from a whore. So he still got something from a whore, but.
Now with Doc, when you see him, he's like. You can tell he absolutely loves Wynonna after the first time they knock boots.
And you can tell, like, a little bit with, like...
I would love him after I not stand.
Just saying.
So you'd suckle that stash if you knocked boots with him?
I would not suckle the stash.
Oh, come on.
I'm straight up. I'm telling you right now, I would not fucking touch that thing.
Holly would touch all over it. She'd be like...
Because every time we say suckle the stash, I think of
really.
1,000 Ways to Die in the West. Where that girl
I
is
would
Amanda
not.
Siegfried.
Amanda Siegfried,
Yeah,
is like suckling on
It's like licking it and like
oh
sucking
god,
on
that's
it.
disgusting.
No, I would not do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I do that.
I know some crazy people, like, if you look at Twitter at all, there's like a Twitter page that I'm following as well too, that I think Tim Rozon is also following as well too, and it is Doc's Stash, and it's just all
Nice.
Doc Stash speaking and saying, so I was with Doc today, I tickled the little lady, and I'm just like, oh, that's amazing.
You tickle.
I just tickled the little lady. Tickled her where? I don't know. This
Probably,
is amazing.
but at the same time, it's probably Wynonna.
Probably later on, but I just love. Okay, that fight between Dolls and Doc. It kind of seemed.
Oh my god!
It kind of seemed more of a. I love Wynonna. No, I love Wynonna more, even though it was like a. Hey, we're fighting right now.
At first, it was like supposed to be staged.
Yeah, it was stage
for
fight and
show.
everything, and then he found out that Dolls betrayed him by giving up information on him, and he was gonna have him testing his body and everything for all these properties.
Especially when he shot the witch and it gave him a wound.
Yeah,
too.
it gave him a wound when he shot the witch. So whatever happened to her happens to him. So if she dies, he dies. He's no longer immortal. He ends up getting killed off. So it's really interesting seeing that. And then they had like that Bats versus Soups complex there, where they stopped fighting because of a girl. One, in Bats versus Soups, was we stopped fighting because both of our moms' names Martha. And this one, it's we stopped fighting because it was either give up you or give up Wynonna. That's something that I was like, ooh, this is juicy. This has gotten so juicy. So juicy.
I love Doc trying to drive the car.
Yes. Trying to drive a stallion. And it's possessed. Because he doesn't know how to work the windshield wiper.
Well, he gets in the doll's truck after he kills him. He actually did kill him. But it's like he's trying to figure
fake dead.
He's trying to figure out what's going on. And then he honks the horn and he's like, whoa! Kind of shoots up like, what the hell?
So anyway, let us know your thoughts, comments, concern in the bottom down below in the comments. What did you think about Wynonna Earp? Do you agree with us? Do you not agree with us? Are you a team Doc? Are you a team Dolls? It's 2-1 right now. It's 2-1. But I'm on your side, Dolls. I'm on your side.
It's also the swag. Doc Holly got the swag.
Okay. But so, the Shamir. Shamir's got that swag.
There's something about the old-fashioned gentleman thing you just don't see anymore.
It's Southern hospitality.
Doesn't matter if it's a Southern hospitality or not.
It's a Southern hospitality. Anywho, we shall see all of you next time. Hail Cthulhu.
Hail Satan.
And
Bye!
If you like our graphic, it was made by the ever awesome Charizard, also known as Charlie of Chuck Pros. He's my boy, so make sure you give my boy some love. Go to Twitter, look up Chuck Pros, like his stuff, share it. He is also on the Facebooks, which it is under Chuck Productions. Make sure you give him a good like. If you want to contact him to make some graphics for you, go for it. He'd much obliged to that. He loves doing this stuff. So give our boy Charlie some love.